Hey you guys, so today I'm going to call this a little bit of a throwback MAC haul slash tutorial slash I'm going to show you some MAC things that I bought. Some things that reminded me of like my early YouTube days or my early like love for MAC stuff. Things that I haven't had in a while. So I'm going to kind of open them as we go because I've used all of these before, even if it was like 10 years ago. So I know they're good, but I'm going to use them as we go and do this look. So I think it turned out really pretty. I really love it. I bought some of my lashes that I haven't had in a while that were some of my favorites that are really different. I truly have never found any that are like this pair in any other brand. I really do like these. So I bought some really good things and I created this look that honestly is one of my favorite things that I've done in a very long time. But I just kind of wanted to share. I'm not going to go through everything in the tutorial because I really wanted to just focus on the MAC stuff, but at the very beginning I'll show you the products that I used so far, like foundation and stuff. But then everything else we'll just kind of go through together as I show my little items that I picked up. I will link to everything below to help you out. And yeah, if you guys are kind of like confused, like why is she buying MAC stuff? Because if you watched my videos from the beginning, you guys know that I kind of started with a ton of MAC stuff. And I, even 2-3 years before I even started my channel, when I worked at the mall, I would go by the MAC counter and pick things up here and there, just tiny bits, you know, like I'd get like an eyeshadow, you know, every few weeks or something and just kind of added. And when I started my YouTube channel, it was like very MAC. Like 9 years ago, it was like just MAC, you know, and it was almost weird to use anything else where people would complain like, why don't you use anything else? And so over the years, I kind of branched off and I used different things and I kind of realized, oh my goodness, like I had so much MAC stuff to where like, you can't use all that up unless if you're like a professional makeup artist, like blowing through that stuff regularly. I had every single color, like it was beyond a point of obsession. Like I collected all these colors. It was like a mission to get all of them. And I love that. Like if you guys, that's great to do. But what happened that was a turning point for me truly was about 10 years in, maybe like 2 years ago or so. After some of my things were maybe 10 years old, maybe even a little longer than that, I started using them again. And I don't know if it's because it's very humid where I live, maybe it's different. Some people say, oh, you can have powders forever. I don't really believe that. I do think things get old and yeah, you can spray alcohol on them, but I think it gets to a certain point where it's just, you just can't. I just don't want to do that. And I thought, this is ridiculous. Can't do this anymore. I'm definitely not going to be recommending these things to people that I talk, you know, I'm not gonna be saying, oh guys, I'm still using this old eyeshadow and then have someone get an eye infection or something. So I just told myself, you know, I'm starting fresh. I'm just gonna get things that I truly love. And I think it's been better for me. Obviously it's been better, I think for you guys too, because I'm not just collecting a whole bunch of randomness. I'm just truly showing you guys things that I like. But over the last 2-3 years, I've picked up some MAC things. I haven't just gone nuts and bought a ton of stuff, but I definitely have some big holes in my collection of things that I think, wow, you know, these used to be staples that I just don't have anymore. So it was really fun to pick up a few things and really excited about doing this look with them for you guys. So if you want to see how I did it, then keep watching. All right, so to tell you what I've done so far, I use my Clinique Acne Solutions liquid makeup. I didn't want to like make this a whole long tutorial, like super drawn out, so I just thought I would share with you what I've done so far to get ready to kind of like share the haul items with you and we can just do them as we go. I used that with a dampened beauty blender. I used my Chanel bronzer, the creamy one. So like I need to blend it a little bit. And then I just use this big number 2 brush. What else did I do? Oh, I used, that's not it, the MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose under my eyes just to kind of keep the whole theme that we're doing here. That's like one of my favorite things anyways. I mean, I use that all the time. And then I did my brows with the Benefit Goof Proof Pencil in number 1. And then I used the MAC Dervish Lip Liner just so that I could look like ready to do the tutorial and not so dead. I don't know what lip color I'm going to do. I'll probably wait till the end to do that. But yeah, I talk about Whirl a lot, but Dervish is just a touch more pink. And to me, honestly, I don't know, maybe like a little, it comes off just a little lighter. It's a little more natural looking, even though it's more pink. It just works better for me. So I love, both of them are great. Okay, so what kind of kicked this off, I'm not gonna use that yet, is the paint pot in Painterly and Bare Study, really Bare Study. That's the one that I was gonna get. You guys know, like I had freaking every single color of these over the years, but I was really impressed to see how many colors they have right now. I remember searching for like certain colors of paint pots and it was like sometimes there would only be just a handful that they had out, but it seems like they're carrying like more colors. I don't know, but lately I like a look on my eye that's just very like washed, just shimmery, kind of nothing. And I just remembered this paint pot and I thought, I wish I had one of those again in Bare Study. So yeah, and I don't have any obviously because things get old and you know. So this is the kind of brush I always use. I don't have an actual MAC 217. I think I might though in my closet. But this is the Sigma version, you know, when they came out with that. And this is the E25. So this is how I used to always do it. I would swirl it around and you could do it with your finger. You could do it with your whatever. So Bare Study is just, oh, that's so pretty. Just champagne-y color that's not like super frosted and gross. It's just kind of perfect. I remember when I first, probably one of the first times I ever went to MAC, I went to get my makeup done for a wedding. Probably about 3 years before I started my YouTube channel. And I remember the girl used this brush for, you know, the version of this brush for a paint pot, and then she used like a blending brush like this for my under eye concealer, and I was like, what is this witchcraft? Like, what is this woman doing? And then I got this one too. These are kind of like, you know, people use them as eyeshadow bases. I always did that, but to me, I feel like they're not totally crease proof. This one feels pretty good though, but I remember sometimes they would crease, but I feel like maybe I piled that one up. If you just do them very thin, like I just really wanted to see the color. Not that it matters, 'cause I'm gonna add eyeshadow too, but like for Painterly is this one that's just probably like my, you know, pretty close to my skin tone, but just a tad darker. But you don't really need to pile it up because you're not like trying to get the color. It just kind of evens out your lid. So I think the thinner with these, the better, because they are made to use as that and like not crease and stuff. This I think is more throwback than anything because I have not had one of these in so long. When I first got all my Sigma brushes years and years ago, like I was just so impressed and I was like, I don't need these expensive matte brushes anymore. And oh my gosh, I can't freaking get this open. I don't know what's wrong with me. This brush, this 239 is just, is that what it is? Yeah, 239 is like very thin, you know what I mean? And it's just good for like putting eyeshadow. Oh, I haven't had one of these in so long. It's okay. Okay, so got one of those. And then I grabbed this color, which is, I remember that very first time I had my makeup done, the first colors I got were Shroom and Mystery and Patina. But when I got my makeup done that time, I remember the girl used Naked Lunch. And when I went back that time to get this stuff, I didn't buy this one for some reason, but I did have this one at some point, but it looks like that. So I'm just gonna put it all over. I'm just gonna like pat it. I really love this brush. This is so good. I forgot how good this was. Why did I get rid of mine? I'm so weird. Yeah, I worked at the mall during those years, like in college, when I was first buying my MAC stuff before YouTube. That is really pretty. And I would go past the makeup counter like on my way into work, and I remember like I would grab like an eyeshadow or two every now and then, and it was just fun. Okay, so I just did that like halfway because I kind of know what I'm gonna do. And then I grabbed this color because like I like kind of almost like a cranberry-ish, like, I mean, I don't know how you would, it almost is like the color of my shirt. This is Antiqued. I don't really remember ever using this color a whole lot. I don't know why, but I know I had it. I just don't remember using it a ton. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna put that on this part. It's really pretty. And you know what's funny? Like I used to get all of the little pans, you know, like I'd buy those pans. These are pre-made, so if you see that, these are the ones that I got from Nordstrom that are just like the pre-made ones that are like kind of their best colors, which freaking love that. But yeah, over the years, I would always get just the pans, you know, like the refills, which is awesome if you've got a lot. But the last several years, I found myself using things that are in like individuals or, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so I'm doing kind of a half and half thing here, but that I'm kind of putting in the crease. Do you see what I'm doing there? So really like that color. And then I'm gonna take soft brown. If you watched any of my videos years ago, this was like staple for me. My E35 brush, this is like my favorite. Let me wipe it off a little. And I'm going over that and it just like blends it out nice. I learned about soft brown again same way through someone from MAC. Like in MAC training, I remember the girl told me, I didn't go to MAC training, I didn't work for MAC, but I'm saying the girl that was doing my makeup told me that that's how they kind of like sold that color. They said it was like a best friend color, like you needed it all the time. And like for anything, you know? And so I kind of always used it in that way. And it's a really good color. I always try to like duplicate that, like if I have palettes or something. I'm really going kind of nuts here. And this is just a big blending brush. I'm just kind of, this is a Sigma E50. So I'm gonna use this orb color and take it on this brush and put it like right there under my brow. And it'll kind of take that down if you went too high with it. And Bark's a good brown that's like matte, but it's a little bit of a plummy brown. And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm using this little Chanel number 19 brush. It's just a little tiny. I'm taking that in Bark color and putting it right there in the crease, or in the little outer area. Since I already used so much like color in my crease, you don't really need to do that. I mean, you could, but I'm just kind of putting it right there to darken it. And I think Beauty Marked would have been a little darker. Yeah. Just put a little bit of Beauty Marked right there. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. Put a little over here too. Yeah, it's pretty similar. It is a little darker, so yeah, Beauty Marked's a little darker, so I'll use that. And then I'm just gonna like open my eyes really wide and like put it under just a little. And then I'll just blend it with my finger. I probably should have used a smaller brush. But that's okay. I'm just gonna kind of blend that out. And then I'm just using a blending brush and just like going over everything. Cause I mean, like these colors will really stay put. You can just like blend the heck out of them and they really won't go anywhere. This is that Maybelline, the curvy one that I just use all the time. I mean, you can make your liner as thin or as thick as you want, but doing it just a little bit thicker. I'm gonna use some false lashes. This is gonna kind of be a little bit of a, for me, like a little more dramatic. Especially when we add those lashes, because they are very dramatic lashes. And when you use it, like it has like a wide end, and then when you turn it, it has like a thin end, and that's how I use it. I use it on the thin end. Then you can turn it to the wide end, like if you wanted to fill in something, but, or like make the whole line look a little more even. Like I said, I am gonna put on some false lashes. Let me get them out of the packs, or out of the plastic, so I can show them to you. So these I think I mentioned in a video a while back. Oh, it was when I was doing that wispy, like, kind of like no liner, no eyeshadow look with false lashes. But I don't know if these would work now because the little clumps, like the band is one of those bands that's clear, but then the bundles are like, you'd see the line. So you kind of have to have a little bit of liner. But these are, what's the number? The 35s. And they're just kind of long and wispy, and they are shaped a bit different for me. Like they're longer in the middle, not like they're not flared out on the outer side. So I don't always use mascara before lashes or with lashes at all, but I am going to use a little bit of it because I think these are so different that putting mascara on my own will kind of help them blend a little more. And I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. You can get kind of a soft look with this, or you can really pile it on and it can be more dramatic. You know, you don't want to cake it on so much to where your real lashes stand out more than the false ones. A brush that's shaped like this, that's like kind of like an hourglass shaped brush, is so good for your lower lashes. So I have not had a pair of these particular ones in a really long time. And another reason you don't want to pile your lashes up so much with black is because these are not stark black. They almost have a little bit of a brown in them. So I'm gonna pull them off. I really like these. These are gonna add a ton of length. I did my mascara first, just like I said, so that it would blend in a little more, but then you can put one more just really light coat afterwards. I need a closer mirror. I cannot see what the heck I'm doing. Should use my little lash grabber. These are so long though that these are actually easy just to place with your fingers. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. They're so wispy and like fluttery looking. You know, like sometimes when you see people wearing false lashes and they just like look like long, fluttery, just hair, you know, and it's not like, I don't know, they just don't look too perfect, but they just look soft and fluttery. That's what these are. But let me just tell you, don't point these up too much because then you will look crazy. What I will say about MAC, and I don't know why other brands have not caught on to this, they make the best lash case or lash packaging. Like when you buy Ardell, and I know they're cheaper and stuff. I mean, you pay a little more for MAC, but you know, sometimes it's just so hard to reuse the packaging, or to like, you know, sometimes I just want to keep them in just a tiny little thing. I don't want to like put them in a giant container or anything. I just want to save my one little pair that I like to use. So yeah, like some of the packaging for lashes just feels very disposable. I mean, it is disposable, but I'm just saying, like, feels like it's not something that you should put the lashes back in. Got a lot of glue on there. Good thing it dries clear. You know what I mean? I wish more brands would do that. And honestly, I would pay more. I would pay more for Ardell, and I would pay more for any of them if they had, you know, I just think that makes them so nice. Like, I know if I use a MAC pair, like I save my MAC lashes far more than I do like my Eyeliner or my my Ardells, because a lot of times it's just a hassle. Like, I don't want to just stack them up and like sit them on the counter, you know what I mean? I'll just like, I don't know, I'll just kind of like toss them before I should. So these are really cool, and I honestly don't think I'm gonna put any mascara over them because I want to reuse these. I don't, and if you put mascara over them, you really can't reuse them. I mean, as much, or I just don't like to do that. Like if you've put a product on, like I don't want the product to be like sitting on there, like getting old, and then just putting them back on there like a week later, you know what I mean? So that's why I like to do my mascara first too, honestly, is because it saves the life of your eyelashes. Okay, so the glue will dry in a minute. That'll be much better, but I already know what color I'm gonna use for my lips. I love that I don't have a ton of matte lipsticks, but I just have the really good ones. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for Cream Cup. That is my, oh, and here it is. It's my very favorite one. This is the best color. It's just so perfect, and if you use it with Dervish, it's just the perfect little combo. And then blot it just a little, because lipstick just, I don't know, once I'm used to wearing those liquid lipsticks feel so goopy to me. Like I just can't, I like the color, I just can't pile it on, you know, like I used to. I'm not even gonna put any gloss over it because I don't even think I could put anything else over it. I think it would just feel weird. Oh gosh, this glue needs to dry. This glue dries, I mean, this actually is a very good glue. It's the Kiss Lash Adhesive with Aloe. It actually holds, like, it makes your lashes stay on really well. Oh, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of highlighter. And I'm just gonna use this Anastasia in Starburst. I love this one. These are just my favorites. They're so smooth. Just the regular like glow kit, and I don't know if this one's permanent. This Gleam, the whole thing is called Gleam. It's kind of hard to find, but the color that I really like is Starburst. And I like this Crushed Pearl. I actually like all of them. But you can tell I use this one the most, and I'm sure once this one's up, I'll just start going into another one. Like I don't feel like I need a whole bunch. And I didn't use any blush, should I? I don't even know if I need any, but I'll just use this, the Chanel Rose Initial. That is just basic, and if I don't know what to do, I just grab for that. Really, most days, I've just been grabbing for this. I haven't really been thinking about, you know, picking out certain colors for certain looks. I just use this every single time. Either this or Jersey. I love Chanel blushes. They don't break me out. They stay on. They don't look powdery. They're just good. All right, you guys, so that's it. That's my MAC little haul, and I don't want to say throwback because it's definitely like is a really current look. This side looks so much better than the lashes. Maybe it's just, I wish that glue would just dry. It's getting better, but I mean, it'll probably take about another 5-10 minutes for it to be like totally clear. Watchdog Waylon going nuts. Okay. The glue will probably, like I said, it's good lash glue, but the glue does take a little bit to dry. In about another 5-10 minutes, it'll be perfect. But yeah, it's definitely, this isn't a throwback look by any means. It's still very current. I mean, it's something that I would have done 10 years ago and it would have been perfect. But I like MAC products. I mean, there's definitely something to that. There's a reason that most of us, I think, really like it. And whenever I go back to using a lot of it, especially the eyeshadows, I know exactly why I love them so much in the first place. So just got to keep my collection more reeled in. But I do not remember in all my years of MAC obsession Even using these a lot, Naked Lunch or Antiqued. I remember using like, I had Shroom, I had, what was it, like Floof? But that one wasn't even too bright. Like this is perfect. This is like the perfect lid color that's a little like champagne-y, like perfect, but doesn't look gold. Looks bright, but it doesn't look chalky. It's just so good. And then this antiqued color, so good too. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. And then these, if you guys were curious about these, oh my gosh, they're not, because I think some of them are called like the warm, some of them are called, one of these is, which one is it? The one called Nordstrom Favorites or Nordstrom Naturals. I think it's this one. The one that had beauty marked and oh, this one has satin taupe too. This is a really good one. This is like all their best sellers. I did a video a long time ago with this one. It's a very good one. I'll link to these because all it says is eyeshadow ×5 and then it has the color, oh, beaded. I thought it said bread. I was like, what kind of color is called bread? I was like, I don't remember that one. But I think this is the warm one, or it's something, or maybe it's, I don't know what it is. This one I think was a limited edition one, now that I look at it. I don't know. But this one I would 100% recommend. It's the, oh, but gross, it doesn't have, oh, but it doesn't have soft brown. If this one had soft brown in it, maybe I can like pry one of these out and pop it in. I wouldn't suggest that. Those don't remove like the other ones. These are like fixed. But it's just refreshing to like buy the little ones, and this is a look. Like I could just keep these two and use that. I wouldn't have to always use that darker color. Gosh, I don't want to like buy another little individual one just to have for that. I'll just bust out my other palette. But yeah, it was fun to use the paint pots again. I'm really happy to have those again. I'm excited to use those because I really haven't had any cream eyeshadows that I've really loved that are basic. I have those new Tom Ford ones, but those are more like colors, you know? Like I love to have these that I could just throw on with anything. So hope that y'all enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing this today for you guys. And I feel really like glam today. I might ought to like go somewhere besides the grocery store, who knows. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.